What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and I want to thank all of you beautiful people of YouTube for stopping by here today. I hope that we can earn your subscription, like, comment, and share. I hope that we can offer you a form of escapism today. All here at Tully Television, we review comic books, movies, TV shows, the occasional music. We have a bunch of videos for you to go check out. Like I said, welcome, and I hope that we can get your subscription today. Have we earned it? We'll find out down below. But today we're getting into Legion of X number 9. It's one of my favorite covers of the series so far. We have only one more episode. Issue, so to speak, of this title after this, because this series ends at number 10. Then we'll start finishing up the Nightcrawler's part of the Sins of Sinister story, because that stems out of this title. We'll follow the end of that storyline, and then we'll still have a bunch of other reviews to get into, guys. But let's get into it. Legion of X number 9, entitled A Voice in the Wilderness. And, of course, written by Cy Spurrier. Penciler is Nito Diaz. Colorist is Javi Torgali. And the cover artist for this particular issue, and if I mispronounce this name, it's not meant out of disrespect, Ijawa Edge Abin B. The first name is spelled Ejiwa, and the last name is spelled Ebenebe. Abin Ebe. But if you remember where we last left off, we had come across a spell that was casted by Nightcrawler's adoptive mother, Morgali, in which it was to enhance people's appearances based off of their mutation in powers or their beliefs. Some of these people that were affected so far that we know of is Nightcrawler and Archangel. Black Knight was thinking that she was initially the reason why this was happening, but we find out she's a mutant with the power to unleash other people's powers. But the spell that caused this thing with Kurt and Warren and other people are a separate thing. And that's done by Morgali. We also have, so this is around the world, what's going on. And then we have Xavier here, ready to come in and see what David Haller's been doing as far as the altar is concerned. Again, the altar is a situation in which mutants can go train or mentally recover, physically recover in this pocket dimension David Haller has created, and allows something he feels like he's never had himself before, which is basically a place of healing and understanding, and that's what he feels his purpose is currently on Krakoa. We do pick up with Dr. Nemesis, Black Knight, Pixie, and Nightcrawler here, confronting Morgali and her shenanigans again. If you remember from the Nightcrawler not limited series, but series that we went over, that came out from 2004 to 2005. She, near the end of that story, was trying to get the Soul Sword from Kurt, but we see this team trying to go after Margali, but she's too powerful. And before Dr. Nemesis here, who's the most intelligent out of the four of them, she makes him try to calculate something that's not calculable by humans yet. And his whole body shuts down and his whole mind shuts down just trying to figure out that computation answer that she's asked him to do. Let me go back real quick and see what it was that she called it or said. Let me see. So no, that's nothing to be treasured but silly old daggers that it's like, yeah, I know it doesn't necessarily say what she had him do, but she overloaded his mind. And now here we pick up on Krakoa and this, what do they call it? The spiral. But we have Dust, Forget-Me-Not, Juggernaut here, and Banshee and stuff on Krakoa. Again, Doug Ramsey is feeling disturbance in the connection between him and Warlock. In the meantime, Forget-Me-Not is trying to convince Juggernaut and Dusk again that he knows them. But they're just like, all right, whatever. If you're here to help, you're here to help, whatever, whoever you are. What we see here is Banshee as Fox Cygnus doing the variant scream on Doug to get him out of the current mental blockages that he's dealing with now. And now this is when we begin to understand that everything that's been going on is all connected. Warlock was infected, and he overtook Krakoa, and now with them working together, they're going to start basically creating havoc for the true mastermind behind all this, which we'll find out. Lost. Why do I keep calling her Dust? She's lost. I keep calling this character Dust for some reason, and her name is Lost. I don't know why I kept calling her the wrong name. That was my bad. But as they're trying to figure out these things, they're unable to contact David Haller because here we show David Haller and Xavier. He's giving Xavier kind of like the tour of what it is he's trying to do. And Xavier feels a little like crap because he's proud of him on what he was able to do. It was the first time I think I seen Xavier really tell David he's proud of him. And I think that's a big moment between them two. Here we see Dr. Nemesis really still spazzing out and trying to be productive, but he's not. We see the Black Knight trying to get in on this now. And basically, the Black Knight has become a distraction because the Ebony Blade is like affecting her, and basically Nightcrawler has to knock her out in order to not only worry about his adoptive mother Margali, but then not having to fight the Black Knight as a separate entity. But here we find out who is behind Margali's hire, and it's Orchis. And Dr. Nemesis there is just still wrapped up in his little brain. And that is kind of where we leave that. We now pick up in the altar, and Mother Righteous comes and lets her know that the fences that Warlock had helped her build, or helped David build in the altar, are now becoming destroyed. If you remember that Elias type of character in the altar that absorbs energy and stuff, it's basically coming to attack, and they're trying to figure out where this attack is coming from, and it's coming from Krakoa. Again, Warlock and Krakoa are linked together at this moment, causing this disruption, but it's not because Warlock and Krakoa want to turn heel all of a sudden, you know what I mean? It's not like, it was me, Austin, it was me all along. Nothing like that. It's not even Agatha Harkness. But we find out, basically, that everyone who has been to the altar has been affected by these, has been affected, right? And it's up to everyone to try to stop this, basically, from happening, because Orchis is taking out one portion of our team. These other guys are trying to take out our other guys. You know what I mean? There's a bunch. Everyone is just trying to hold their line, hold their situation back, and ultimately we find out that I drink coffee. No, that we finally find out who is behind all this, and it's basically Nimrod. Nimrod has teamed up with Orchis to take down Krakoa and the X-Men. And as we see there on the last panel, Forget-Me-Not was the first one to get into that area to start doing his job as far as disrupting the link between Warlock and Krakoa and stopping what's going on. But Nimrod and his forces on their end ended up taking him out, it looks like. Here's the issue, though. Now nobody remembers him because no one has the technology to help remember him. And with him being there severely injured, no one's going to go check on him because no one is remembering to go check on him because they don't even remember he's existing. So this is not looking good for Forget-Me-Not. Basically, we see the enemies being exposed. We see Nimrod basically trying to take control of Krakoa. Orchis trying to get involved in that too because they have similar goals of wiping out mutants. And we also have a worry about the Phalanx and a Phalanx invasion down the road too. That Warlock was initially worried about last issue, I believe, when he went to go visit David in the altar. That's why they got rid of all those seeds, because those seeds were to start looking for other Phalanx civilizations to look for. And here, poor Warlock and Krakoa now are being forced to do things they don't want to do against their own people. Forget-Me-Not is taken out. Black Knight's knocked out. Nightcrawler, Dr. Nemesis is on a different plane. He's not able to help out. So basically, around Morgali, it's only Nightcrawler and Pixie And then basically here it's Banshee, Doug, Juggernaut, Lost, not Dust, Lost, and a couple other Forget-Me-Not trying to, protect Krakoa. We're going to find out next issue how this all wraps up together. Oh. And, I hope that overall you've had fun going over this title with me. As most of you who are return viewers know, I'm a big Nightcrawler guy. I love Nightcrawler. And my next goal for Nightcrawler after we go over the Sins of Sinister story is that there is another title that he started around 2014 and about 10 years after the first one. And I think that too lasted 12 or 13 issues. And I'm been contemplating getting that one as well and going over that series as well. And maybe any other interesting limited series. I do have a nice playlist of Nightcrawler stories down below that are involving that series and this series. So I'll try to remember to link it in the description down below. But let me know what you think of Nightcrawler. Let me know what you think of the Legion of X team, our Legionnaires. Are you sad to see the story wrap up? As a fan, I was a little bummed out that the series is going to get canned after this, but hopefully we'll see where the fate lies for our team. But until next time, peace, Nookums.